It's not easy being green or cordial during contract negotiations. The material girl fights for her material possessions, and Shark Week, more like Shark Week, as in W-E-A-K. Sorry, you should always watch the show with subtitles. Yeah. That's right, it's Cautiously Poptimistic, a pop culture news comedy show for the month beginning August 2017. I'm your host, Dave Colombo, and if Jean-Claude Van Damme is the muscles from Brussels, does that make me the love handle from the panhandle? Keep watching, the show gets better. The BBC's announcement the new Doctor Who will be Jodie Whittaker has angered some fans, proving my grandpa isn't the only one irrationally critical of female doctors. Madonna is attempting to halt the auction of some of her personal items, including a love letter from Tupac. Don't forget, she once published a 128-page book of erotic pictures and graphic sex stories, which if she's now insisting on her right to privacy, has to be coming back to bite her in the ass, which thanks to the book I know is the only way she can climax. Sadly, Martin Landau has passed away. He was a brilliant actor with a storied career, so I'd like to take just a minute, celebrate his legacy with a quick montage of my reaction every time one of my friends told me they didn't know who he was.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by.
The much-publicized race between Michael Phelps and a great white disappointed many when it turned out that the shark was a computer-generated simulation representing the animal's abilities, causing many fans to tune out. No one's been this distracted from learning science since my teacher paired me with my crush, Ann Moffat, in sophomore chemistry. Mr. Franklin, she smells like daisies in a sunbeam. Do you want me to fail this class? Also, anyone complaining that the shark was the least lifelike thing on the show didn't see Phelps on SNL. Another San Diego Comic-Con has come and gone, and as usual, we have a slew of new previews to digest, including a Stranger Things trailer with tons of supernatural shenanigans that aren't nearly as creepy as whatever Netflix is doing to keep those child actors from aging. A Westworld trailer that may or may not have been shocking, depending on if, like me, you have completely forgotten who lived and died at the end of last season. Whoa, that guy, no way! Or obviously. And finally, a new Justice League trailer, deftly edited to showcase the popularity of their last movie, trying to compete with an Avengers trailer, deftly edited to showcase the popularity of their last decade of movies, which features this exchange.
One misses the days when one's biggest concerns were exploding wind-up penguins.
You know all the fun adventures the Marvel Universe has had? Well, we've had those too. Take our word for it. As dyslexic screenwriters always say, tell and don't show. It's hard to drop an audience into an already lived-in world because we're just trying to play catch-up. It's like starting at the end of Gone with the Wind.
Rhett, where are you going?
I am leaving you, Scarlet.
But it's 10 seconds into the movie.
Oh, that's shoddy screenwriting. You're saying the audience wasn't around for any of the character development that brought us to this point? Do you think they'll buy our relationship?
No, they're not invested at all.
Well, we'll have to do a prequel.
Personally, I think they made Bruce Wayne burnt out and over it just to hide the fact that Affleck looks burnt out and over it. There's a new report that in order to preserve their brand, television networks occasionally misspell their own shows when expecting low ratings, to confuse the Nielsen system into treating them as different shows, basically misleading the Nielsen system with typos like a confused grandma at Walmart at Christmas with an off-brand game console. You always said you wanted the Play Studio 4? I think we should all pull the producers and actually watch the misspelled shows just so networks suddenly have to own it. It would be worth it to see Lester Holt every night welcome us to the NBC Nightly Snooze. Altered spellings could have also saved some shows from cancellation last year. You telling me you wouldn't have watched Last Man Cramping, Two Stroke Girls, or The Young Poop? Steve Whitmire, the puppeteer and voice actor for Kermit for 27 years, has been unceremoniously let go from Disney for unprofessional behavior. I have to say, this is an emotional story. We're at a point where a racist Shia LaBeouf rant barely registers as an event, but the idea of Kermit going through drama? Could you just hug me for a minute and not let go? Kermit's a national icon. When I go to the American History Museum, a building that has the Star-Spangled Banner, the Woolworth Sit-in protest counter, and Lincoln's hat, people crowd around Kermit. Meanwhile, no one cares. Edison's first light bulb is 20 feet away going, seriously? Yeah, you're right, some green felt and ping pong balls is a way better idea. And if you think there's no way I go to the Smithsonian nearly enough to make such an observation, here's a picture of me punching the same Cro-Magnon statue on my birthday 3 years in a row. One of Disney's claims is Whitmire was difficult during negotiations, but can you really blame him? Who doesn't have a half-decent Kermit impression? I'd be an asshole about my job security too if everyone in the world could do it. I can also imagine 2.5 decades as the beloved character would give you a little bit of a superiority complex. I did 1 season of motion capture for Care Bears, and I let that go to my head. Hey baby, I'm Funshine. Why don't you rub my belly? Where you going? Hey, I saved Caroline! Well, that's it for this month. Like and subscribe on Facebook for extra content and updates, and on YouTube for early access to all the episodes. Follow me on Twitter at David Colombo, and I'll be doing stand-up comedy August 2nd at 7 p.m. at the Inkwell in Brooklyn, August 5th at 9 p.m. at Rattle and Hum East, August 17th at 7:30 at Greenwich Comedy Club. Thank you so much, and until next time, let's make sure we're staying cautious and optimistic. That wasn't words.